Eva Pressenhuber, you just opened this new space here in Zurich, and you actually opened one this year already, which is quite unusual, especially considering now coronavirus, many galleries suffering, but even before coronavirus, for mid-size and smaller galleries, opening galleries was actually the opposite of what was happening. What triggered you for this step?
Well, this place, which was a gallery already before, for many years, in the 80s and 90s and 2000s, was always a place I liked. And the last 3 years, I was looking for a space in the center of Zurich, closer to the Kunsthaus, which will open a new extension soon. And there was a tendency of other galleries, colleagues also, to go to this area. So I was asking for that place, and the landlord was telling me if there is a change going on with the former renter, he would let me know, and he did. So this was the reason I had to sign the contract at around February, beginning of March. And this was still the time when we did not think so much about what Corona would do to the economy. This was not yet known.
Was there a moment of doubt during coronavirus that you thought, oh, this was the wrong step now to open a new gallery?
Well, you know, of course, I had emotional downsides on that, but if I think it through very clearly, it's very good for me for the next 10 years of the gallery to be in the center. And this is the best place I could get, close to the Kunsthaus and to the other galleries and to Kronenhalle. So I have no doubt that I did the right move, and I'm very happy how the gallery turned out after renovation. It's our first day in this gallery, and it's the very first show we do. Sue Williams, an American artist we are showing since '95, and I'm so proud to have her show as the first show in the Waldmannstraße.
So let me just recap. You have one space in Markthalle in Zurich, then you opened a new gallery in Zurich in January. Now you exactly Remistraße. Now you opened the third gallery in Zurich within just a few months, but you're closing the Remistraße, the second gallery, because you now got
in
this
January,
one.
Yeah.
But why did you pick Zurich? I mean, a strategy of other big galleries is to go global, to open galleries in many cities around the world. You have one in New York, but why didn't you think about another place in another country?
Since I opened New York, which was a good idea, beside that many artists have representations in America, so it becomes harder for me to program that gallery, but it's very well attended and we have great stuff there. We love the place, so we'll continue that, I hope. We will. And Zurich, I found out more and more that Switzerland is a wonderful place to live and to have a gallery, and our artists from abroad really love Zurich and Switzerland. Yeah, of course, we need international clientele. That's why we go to various art fairs, and that's why we use the internet like everybody a lot, of course. We would wish that Zurich is more like London and New York, but then it would be not Zurich again. You know, it would be not Zurich anymore. And we love also that Switzerland is more easy to manage. You know, we have very good staff. So I didn't want to, you know, I'm 31 years with the gallery now, so I didn't want to go to Asia or to another big city like London, which I never favorized so much. Paris is not an option for me. I think there's
Why not?
Yeah, because we have clients there who buy certain artists anyway, and I think Paris, I love to go there, but I must not necessarily, it's very close from Switzerland, you know, and we do FIAC. I think that's enough connection to France for us, you know. And I would not know where else we should open a gallery except maybe in Asia, but I think I'm not the generation anymore to open in Asia. I think it's a generational problem. If I would be 20 years younger and in the same situation like now, I would probably think ahead like this. But for me, I concentrate more on Europe, Japan, and the US, Australia a bit. So we are basically everywhere. We are also in China a bit, but not so much. I think we are not working with too many blue chip artists, you know, and that's probably what you can sell better in China right now.
They want the best of the best. They want the brands, actually. They buy.
We have brands, but you know, these artists are still alive. They're younger. They're not so commercial. We have a program which is more based on content than on branding, you know. Yeah.
So let's talk about the current exhibition, the artist you're showing, Sue Williams. You've been working with her for...
95 I started.
95, so even, it's almost 30 years. What makes the artist stay with you? I mean, they could also just decide, you know, I go to somewhere else. I mean, loyalty.
This is not what you have to ask me. I think the artists stay with me because they made good experience. I mean, they always had regular shows. We built up clients for them, also in Switzerland and in Europe. And I think they were happy with the outcome. I think that's the only way you can keep the artists,
And what can you tell us about Sue Williams? Is there anything you would like to share about this current exhibition?
Yes, I would really like to talk a little bit in the words of Barry Schwabsky, a very well-known art critic, who was writing our press release for that show. And I think Sue Williams, her work is an essence of biographical and socio-political reception of the world or reality. And then Barry, who visited her studio to look at these paintings before they came here, I would like to quote him with that few sentences. Those paintings, or even just my memory of them, by going to the studio, turn out to be good company in catastrophe. They somehow know how I feel living a life turned upside down, a life in which it's now hard not to feel that calamity has been preparing itself in innumerable abuses of power, whether they take place in the intimate realms of gender and the family, or in the geopolitical realm in which governments continue to work behind the scenes to ensure that no good crisis will ever go to waste. I just say Sue Williams is a very political artist, and we as art dealers or people who take life serious, we show serious artists. We don't show artists for decoration reasons. So I'm very, very proud that Sue always stayed herself. She stayed true to herself, to her interests. She never became weak and just successful. She always cared about content, and that's what my gallery is about.
Great, thank you so much.
You're welcome.